Hey everyone, RG here, and welcome back to a brand new Sims 4 speed build video on the channel. How are you today? I hope you're all doing awesome, and if not, let's try to cheer you up a bit with some great time and well, I think a nice build. And what you are watching right now being created is I'm not quite sure even how to name it by the time I'm recording this. And this is some sort of a bachelor villa, if that's a thing, that built into a big gigantic stone, as you can see. Now there's a nice story behind this build and why I chose to go and build something like that. But yeah, I bet that some of you right now are saying, wait a minute, RG, didn't you do something like that like a few months back? And yeah, right now on the screen you can see a build that I created I think half a year back, and it was actually one of the most successful builds on the channel, one of them at least, and you really loved it. So here we are building another build with the same vibe, and I really hope you're gonna enjoy watching this video. And I have to say to you, it was challenging, and the main reason for that was actually the big gigantic rock, because just look at it, it is enormous. And one of the problem, and don't worry, in a bit I'm gonna talk about how the sim is gonna get inside and outside. I already know that some of you are probably curious about that, if it's possible, if it's not, but the rock itself was actually the thing that kinda guided me how to build this build, because I couldn't really build this into the rock and then build the inside, because the rock was kinda inside the build, if that makes any sense. So I actually built it on the side of the rock and shoved the whole build into it, so it will kind of feel like this house is kinda inside or built into the rock. Now this is your time now to start to imagine and activate your imagination and think that some of this house is inside, literally inside the house, and like it was built into it, like mined into it, and that's because on the other side of the rock, and you'll see that in a bit, there is the parking area for the residents. And so basically the cars going into the garage, and then they will be lifted up to the second floor, which from that point you have a beautiful view, and your sim can enjoy it with I guess when fixing his car he can watch a beautiful view. Although I don't think that a sim that can live here will be the one who is kind of working on his vehicle, but anyway, that's something else. Now the rock is actually very interesting part in this build, and you know why? Because this is a debugged item, and you remember that I said that I'm gonna explain to you how the sim is actually going inside and outside, because the house is built into the rock, and the rock is a debug menu item. Basically, the rock is like a ghost item, if you remember, and if you don't know what it is, a ghost items are the items that came, most of the items came from the debug section, and the developers gave us those objects not too long ago. But yeah, they are a ghost item, the sims can go through them, okay? And that's why I didn't really pay close attention to detailing the area where the sim's going up from the bottom. So yeah, the sim is supposed to go inside from the entrance, which is the lower level, and then he will climb up stairs that some of them are kinda built into the rock. Again, this is not supposed to be a beautiful area, that area. This is like, in my imagination, I would rather have an elevator in the game, and because by the way, we do have elevators. I don't know if you know that, or if you are aware of that, but we do have elevators because of the city living expansion. We have a very like a skyrocketing, building, and that's the way the sim is actually spawning on that floor. Those elevators in the game are acting as spawning points. And it's funny, basically the first time I noticed that is when I was building the mall. If you watched it, so you know what I mean. There is a section over there, because I try and create it as authentic, as real as it can be. There is an area over there where where there is an elevator, and that elevator, when I placed it and then play tested the lot, So the Sims were actually spawning in that area, and I wasn't really quite sure what's going on, like why like the Sims are not spawning outside of the lot and then just go inside the mall. And then I noticed after playing with it around that the those elevators are actually acting as a spawn points. So yeah, I was thinking about placing an elevator in this build, so the Sims will spawn on the upper area, but then the problem is how they go down. So yeah, oh, and by the way, did you know that you cannot place, well, I knew that, but if you don't know, I'll let you know right now. Did you know that you cannot place more than 1 or 2 elevators? No, wait a minute. You cannot place more than 2, not 1 or 2. You cannot place more than 2 elevators in the same lot, and that's because they are acting as a spawn point. So yeah, you can't place more than 1 because that 1 elevator is a spawn point. So it's kind of gonna mess the whole build, not really the build. It's gonna mess the whole system of the game to know where to spawn your sim if you're gonna have 2 of them. So you can't really place 2 elevators, and that's kind of bummer. So yeah, in my mind, there are elevators in this build, and that's the way the sim is going from the bottom to the upper area. But in the building itself, and I think you're gonna see it by now, there are stairs, and the stairs are kind of glitching into the stone, but yet the Sims can go inside, so don't worry. I think I stated it so many times. I'm not gonna build anything if it cannot be used. Okay, that's what I think. That's one of my lines when creating something. What's the point of creating a build or a beautiful build which has no purpose, right? If you cannot really use it, if you cannot really play it, what's the fun of that? So yeah, this of course build already play tested, and it's 100% functioning. Everything here is functional, and that's kind of leading me to the next topic I want to kind of ask you. Let me know if you want me to do a bit more, like to cover a bit more the custom made object. You're gonna see that in the kitchen. I think you could see a glance of it at the beginning of the video, and I created a custom made TV area, which is, by the way, it is a base game. You don't need, well, the lighting is not really a base game, but the objects to create that custom-made TV section or area is actually from base game. So you don't need to have any other expansion than base game. And there are so many things that you can do, like to create custom-made, I don't know, maybe I call them like refrigerator booth, because it's kind of covering the whole refrigerator. It looks super realistic, in my opinion at least, and it looks almost like a real, I don't know, like cabinet for the refrigerator. And there's a way to place, I know that I already shared with you a trick how to place a microwave in like cabinet, but sometimes it's kind of glitchy and it's not usable. There is a second way how to do it that the microwave will still be functional. There are so many things that you can create custom made. The only thing is that it kind of takes time. You need to really work with it. You don't need custom content to create it. You don't need mods even. You don't even need the tool mode. Although I used the tool mode over here in this build a few times, but you really don't need it in order to create a custom made section, objects, lamps. This is an area where you can really go crazy. Let me know if you want me to create something like an idea video of custom made objects and areas. Now a little secret, when I was building this, the story of how I came up to build this house was actually because I was playing a photographer, and I really wanted to create him a bachelor pad or bachelor house that's very, very different from just an apartment in like a skyscraper or something like that. I really want to give him the vibe of luxury and uniqueness, and you'll be surprised how much this build is cost. It might look very, very expensive or something, but this build is only like 118,000 simoleons, which is kind of cheap, I have to say, for a house that looks, well, I think it's $1 million, but it is actually really cheap compared to other builds that you can find in the game. But again, this is a Bachelor pad for a photographer that I was actually playing, and I really wanted to give him a place for him to enjoy, place only for him. And that leads me to something that I don't know that if you know about me, but I'm not a really big fan of big family plays in the game. I really don't enjoy playing, like, I don't know, 6-7 sims at the same time. When I play the game, I usually take one sim or two sims, and from that point I'm kind of starting the game. I do it basically almost every time. I'm not creating like huge, humongous families and stuff. I really enjoy playing one or two sims, like a couple, and then move forward from that point. So so maybe that's why I'm really enjoying creating houses and Bachelor pads in the Sims 4 game, because, well, most of the time I'm not playing big gigantic families, but if you want me to create, I don't know, like a 6 or 7 bedrooms house or something like that, let me know, maybe I will. But I'm kind of drifting from what I was trying to say. This house is, well, I'm not a bachelor anymore, but if I was a bachelor, I have to say that this is kind of my dream house for being a bachelor. Okay, if that's a thing. Okay, look at that. Look at that place. Okay, that place looks awesome. Like, the other side has a beautiful view, and it's very modernized-ish, which is, I think by now you can understand that this is my favorite style of building, stuff that are modern. And I think it's, well, for me it's gonna be kind of my dream villa for being a bachelor. But yeah, that time was long ago, actually. But anyway, that's what I want to share with you and talk with you. I really hope you enjoy it. Don't go anywhere. Like, the video is not even close to be done. I'm just gonna bring you some nice music. And remember the questions that I asked you. Let me know if you do want to see that custom-made tip video to creating a custom-made, maybe sofas and areas and kitchens and lights and I don't know. Let me know if you want to see that in the comment section down below. And if you enjoy this video, please don't forget to leave a like, leave a comment with your thoughts, and I hope to see you here again at the next video. Until next time, keep that Sims party going for me. Don't go anywhere, because the music coming right up. RGR Gaming signing off.
You know that I'm the queen of overthinking. It's like we're done before we even started. So if this is the end now, baby, know that I gave it my all. I believe in us, I won't give up on you. I will be holding on for life. Hope you believe in us, please don't give up on me. At least give me a try. 'Cause you're the best thing, the best thing. You're the best thing that I've ever had. You're the best thing, the best thing. You're the best thing. 'Cause you're the as I'm walking to your place, I'm shaking. I am picturing the words in my mind. I cannot stand losing you. No, I will fight. 'Cause I believe in us, I won't give up on you. I will be holding on for life. Hope you believe in us, please don't give up on me. At least give me a try. It's like you almost know what I am thinking. It's like you almost know what I am You're the best thing, best thing. You're the best thing that I've ever had. You're the best thing, the best thing. You're the best thing. 'Cause you're the best thing that I've ever had. Best thing, best thing. Best thing that I've ever had. Best thing, best thing.
Lady took me down to where I've been lately. Yeah, her love can make a person hazy. Praying she won't break me down, 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 down. She makes me crazy. Never promise anything, but maybe I let her do anything, let her play me. She makes me go another round, 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 round. What are you doing to me now? You found a way to me somehow. Now you're all I ever dream about. Since I saw you, there's no easy way out. Hear me calling out to you. It's all that I can do. Baby, I am falling. Can't you hear me calling out to you? That's all that I can do. Tell me that you want me. Tell me that you need me. Baby, I am falling. Baby, hear me calling. Baby, I am falling. Baby, hear me calling. Lady took me down to where I've been lately. Yeah, her love can make a person hazy. Praying she won't break me down. Yeah. What are you doing to me now? You found a way to me somehow. Now you're all I ever dream about. Since I saw you, there's no easy way out. Hear me calling out to you. It's all that I can do. Baby, I am falling. Can't you hear me calling out to you? That's all that I can do. Tell me that you want me. Tell me that you need me. Baby, I am falling. Baby, hear me calling. Baby, I am falling. Tell me that you want me. Tell me that you need me. Hear me calling out to you. It's all that I can do. Baby, I am falling. Can't you hear me calling out to you? That's all that I can do. Tell me that you want me. Tell me that you need me. Baby, I am falling. Baby, hear me calling.
I see you standing there, a soothing atmosphere. Smell of your aftershave, sweet blossom in the rain. You flip around your hair as if you're unaware, but you should know that I'm looking at you. You make me feel like I'm made of colors. Just you and me, ignore the others. Do you believe in one-time lovers? 'Cause I do. I do, I do, I do, I do. Do you believe? Straight from a party, we're all on a roll tonight. Women be sparky, all the men be dancing right. Moving my body, clubbing feels so sweet. We turn and turn and turn again. We turn and